Hi, thanks for joining me. So we're going to continue our Let's Play, I guess, of Mezase Pachi Pro Pachio-kun. So we just got to the second Pachinko parlor. We've cleared the first one, and our goal is to clear this one as well. So let's go ahead and just check some of our lines, our translated lines in our translated script here that I've been working on. So this guy says, "Kono mise no one-san wa kirei da ne." So he's just commenting that the ladies at this Pachinko parlor are pretty. So yeah, so what I said is the ladies at this parlor are pretty, aren't they? And I think that works. And I mean, it's not like he's specifying whether it's the ladies that work there or the ladies that play the machines. You know, it's just a general line, and that's how we're going to translate it. That one's super easy. What do we have here? Ikenai deito ni okureru. And that is, of course, oh no, I'm going to be late for my date. Let's take a look at what this lady has to say. Watashi no kuni ni wa pachinko nante arimasen. So I translated this as, there is no pachinko in my country. And so obviously she is, you know, some kind of foreign visitor, as I would be, were I, you know, playing pachinko in Japan. So, so yeah, that's again a pretty simple, fairly straightforward line. You see, these lines, you know, I don't necessarily need to be checking these in game. I mean, obviously, I'm not sure who is speaking what lines that I would or would not want to check, so I have to check them all. But these have been pretty easy so far. Let's see if this guy says, Teyande Beda Bome Kochi Toda Edoko de yeah. So I know, again, he seems to be speaking dialect here. Okay, so this is another some more lines that aren't consecutive. So I think that some of these are going to be used maybe in multiple places. So the first thing he says I have translated as "damned idiot," and I don't know, maybe I should say you damned idiot, or maybe I should soften it a little bit. You know, when you have "meh" at the end of something like that, it's sort of like you damn something, gosh darn whatever. So the continuation of his line here, he says, "I'm a Tokyoite born and raised." So I think that that's fine. He's, I don't know, volunteering information about the authenticity of his Tokyo-ness. But yeah, you know, and that first line, I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess you walked up to this guy and he's like, "Damned idiot, I'm a Tokyoite born and raised." You know, that's a thing someone could say, but I might work on that first line just a little bit, but I think it's pretty decent. Okay, this lady says, "Watashi shinken nandakara hanashi kakenai deo." So this is a line that we've run into before. I think it's the same one, but I'll double check. So yeah, it is the same line. "I'm serious about this, so don't distract me." And again, like, the more I think about that, the more, you know, it seems pretty good. But then again, that's how you convince yourself that a line that, you know, probably should be a little different is, you know, is actually just perfect. So but you know, again, I'm not here to like fix every line during this playthrough. I'm just here to check them. I can go back and fix them later, since you know, this is a video. I can come back and watch it again. So we have Bozu Namaiki Iten Janezo. So I've got this as "don't mouth off, kid." Now let's see, Namaiki Iten Janezo. I mean, that kind of seems like what he's saying. I don't know that we are mouthing off. Maybe he's preemptively requesting that we do not mouth off. And I am really curious because he was standing up there, Now, once he sits down at the pachinko machine, like, you know, this character over here who was saying, you know, I'm concentrating. Like, if she were going to get up and move around, she might not be able to say, hey, I'm concentrating, leave me alone. So I wonder if some of these characters might have multiple lines. Anyway, I'm just going to see what this guy says once he's sitting down. Yeah, he says the same thing. Well, let's check this guy here. Watashi Pachi Pro no Saizo ja. Okay, and this is what I was expecting. Is this guy, we recognize him maybe from the other parlor. This is the same character. So I thought that we might run into him again. So he says, Omiya derudai o bitsu ke taka. So again, we ran into this before. He's like, you know, have you found the machines that that pay out here? And I'm going to say, well, I guess I'll say, well, let's do our save state. Okay, so yeah, let's say no, we haven't found them yet. So he says, Kugio minya akande kugio. So same thing he said before, you gotta look at the nails. Eka, shita o muita kugi wa tama o haji kudade tama ga areyoru. Okay, yeah, so this was a line that I wasn't 100% sure about, that very last word. I think it's the areyoru. Again, I think he's speaking in dialect, so I think that you're maybe conjugating these verbs slightly differently, and the best I could tell was that this areyoru verb is like to be stormy or tumultuous. So I have this guy saying, listen, nails facing downward repel the balls. Balls are tumultuous. Now, I don't know if that's 100% correct. Like I said, I'm like vaguely unsure on that, but it makes sense, and you know, it may not be right, but I don't think it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, I may like sort of just recheck that verb and just see if I can like find any other way that I think that verb could be, you know, being conjugated, what the root of that verb might be and what it might actually be saying. But that makes sense. You know, it's sort of like we've found that nails, you know, facing downward or even just like sideways or straight, sometimes like the balls are gonna, they're basically not going to go through the scoring slot. So I think that's what he's getting at here. So let's take a look at this gentleman here. He says, also bozu, namaiki itenja nezo. So he's saying the same thing. He's like, you know, hey kid, don't mouth off. So I guess like maybe this is like a general line that these tough guy characters say. So that's interesting. So I guess, you know, that seems reasonable enough. Watashi wa unofficially Pachi Pro no Ranko. Okay, so we get to see Ranko again. This is fun. Anata kono mise wa kono mise hajime te nano. So is this your first time at this pachinko parlor? And this is reminding me that we didn't actually check our save state on the other character, but you know, I think we can also just talk to these characters multiple times. So let me say this is my first time here. She's going to say tameshi ni the number 57 machine yate minasai. So again, the same line she had in the first parlor. Why don't you try you know, machine number 57 as a test? And I was thinking maybe dropping that as a test thing. So I think I will. I think it just makes more sense that way. But let's go see if we can get this character to say their other line. So he said, you know, I'm Saizo. Have you found the machine that pays out here? So let me say yes. He says, Soka, demo, nerai o shikari minya akande. So it's another, so this is another like you gotta line. So he says, I see, but your aim has got to be true. So, you know, Soka demo, nerai o. Okay, so that's fine. I'm trying to think of like how I might Soka, because I mean Soka doesn't have to be icy. But anyway, he's just, he's acknowledging the fact that we have found a machine, or machines that pay out here, and he's reminding us that you gotta make sure to aim properly. Your aim has to be good. So even if you know which machines are gonna pay out. So that's some context for that line. But yeah, and let's see what Ronco's other line is here, as long as we're checking. So, yeah, so is this your first time at this parlor? So let's say no, it's not. So she says, Deru dai oshiete hoshii, demo hitsuyo nai mitai ne. So let me just go ahead and look up exactly how I translated this. So she says, do you want to know the machines that pay out, but it doesn't look like you need it? So, again, like, that's sort of awkward phrasing. Like, I'll reword it later. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I think that one could be worth rewording. Again, it maybe just simplifying a little bit. I really think that's part of the trick of translating from Japanese. Is like some lines, you want to just make sound a little more simple in English, because it's not saying something particularly complicated. Kono mise no one-san kirei da ne. So again, a reused line here. Hey, the ladies here are really pretty. Or aren't they pretty? Washi mitai ni naritaku na katta ra benkyou seiya. So again, a little dialectical here. He's using like the ya for the desu and things like that, and washi. Okay, so I have this translated as, if you want to be like me, then study. And again, that's fine. Knowing that it's like this dude, maybe he's like another tough guy, or just sort of like a cool looking guy in his sunglasses here. I mean, that might give me a little context. Maybe I'll adjust that. I could say, if you want to be cool like me, then study. Yeah, see, there you go. That's how the context helps. Alright, so we've gotten a lot of these characters here. Where are we at? We're doing good on time. I think I'm just gonna finish up talking to the rest of the patrons here, and then we can play some Pachinko. So this guy says, Honjitsu tohoru zen dai kai ho chu desu. So I think I remember this line. So the way that I chose to translate this is, today, all machines in our pagoda hall are in the midst of a grand opening. Now, the part that I'm a little unsure about here is the grand opening. Now, I believe what he is referring to specifically is something that I read about in that Pachinko book, which is that the parlors will sometimes take a whole group of their machines. I guess I don't know if it's that it's when they like introduce new machines, or it's that they'll kind of like reset their old machines. I'd have to check the book again, but it's like they would sort of call it a, something along the lines of a grand opening, but it's not really a grand opening. It's like a redo or a reset or something. I'll check the book again maybe on that, but that's what he's talking about. So basically the machines have like all been reset, and what the book was saying is that like when the parlors do that, a lot of times they'll basically make the machines easy to play for a little bit. And I don't remember exactly what the reasoning is behind that, but maybe it's just sort of like to get in a whole bunch of new customers, and kind of it's almost like when a shop has a sale. I mean, they're maybe taking a loss on some stuff, but either they're moving some old items, or they like want to bring in some new customers and generate some excitement and get people coming back into their shop. That's what these Pachinko parlors would do, and that's what this guy's talking about here. So I think this line is fine, but it might be a little, you might not really understand what that is if you haven't played Pachinko, or you aren't familiar. You're not familiar with that process, which no one playing this in English is going to be. So maybe I could find a way to explain that a little bit better just in his line. And so this lady says, Pachinko ni wa nebari ga hitsuyo yo, make temo kuji kezu ni ne. Okay, so she's saying, you need perseverance for pachinko. Don't be discouraged when you lose. And I think that that's fine. I could maybe, work on some different terms for perseverance. Again, maybe simplifying this a little bit. Is there a word that means perseverance that maybe just seems a little more common, I suppose? And, that's another thing, too, is, I hate to take a really good word that maybe is a little less common and, have to replace it with a word that's more common. But, for, I don't know what it is, believability or something like that, sometimes I think that that's a better choice. So we'll think about that. Okay, now this almost looks like the sprite of that guy whose name seems like Asano or Asa or something, and I wasn't really sure about his line. So let's see if this is that guy. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, this is the student. Oh, it's Todai. Okay, so Boku wa gakusei no Todai dayo. So I think before I had said that he was like a college student or something. He's not saying that. I just got confused because Todai, like I said, is like an abbreviation for Tokyo University, but he's just saying he's a student. So he says, Hikoki dai de asonda kai. So, have you played the airplane machines? I don't remember if that's what he said last time. I think maybe it was. Let me just say no. Kono mise no hikoki dai de wa. Okay, and this is the lines about how much they pay out. So he's saying that the airplane machines pay out 2,000 balls. So let's see what else he has to say. So I'm going to say I have played them, and he says konomishi no hikoki dai de wa o atari o nerau ni wa ni no chakka ni ireru yo ni na. He may have said this line before, I kind of forget, but he says, if you're shooting for a big hit, make sure to get into the 2 slot. And I think that we found that experientially as we were playing those airplane machines, that it seems like we really want to get into the 1 and 2 slots, and especially that 2 slot is really important. I think we're down to our last patron, and then maybe the lady at the counter. Anata pachinko suki. Okay, so just like Ronko in the first parlor, she's asking, do we like pachinko? Let's say no. Forget pachinko. Suki ni nara nakya dame yo. And same as Ronko, she says you gotta give it a chance. So, anata pachinko suki? So sure, we like pachinko. Pachinko ni wa nebari ga hitsuyo yo. Makete mo kujikezu ni ne. So I believe that was the same line that other lady said, which is you need perseverance for pachinko. Don't be discouraged when you lose. All right. So I feel like there were a lot of repeat customers, patrons here, which I think was fun. There were a handful of repeat lines though, and I feel like that was a little too bad. Like, it would have been nice to have a few more fresh lines in this. I mean, this is like, there's not much to this game. There's some pachinko parlors, and like the pachinko machines, I assume, are going to be reused and stuff. So I'd like to have seen maybe a little bit more, fresh lines from some of these characters. Anywho, Maido arigatou gozaimasu. So again, this is that greeting, which I may change. Mo o kaeri desu ka? So it's like, are you leaving? Are you leaving so soon? Which, as I said, but I don't think I'm going to translate it like that. Just, are you leaving? No, I am not leaving. Jikan, yeah. So please play as long as you can. Something along those lines. So good. So yeah, next episode we're going to go ahead and play some machines. We'll see if we can clear this out, and we'll get on to the next parlor. While this lady is standing up, though, I think I will just see if maybe she has a different line. Watashi onna. Okay, no different lines. All right, well, we'll catch you then. Thanks for watching.